Hi, and welcome to Children's Behavior Problems. This is Scott Skank with Conscious Choices, and today we're going to talk about 3 things to know about setting limits with your child. Here at Conscious Choices, we're very concerned about helping people transform their life through conscious choices. There's a 3-step formula to actually setting limits with your child. I'll quickly go over it here. You want to reflect the feelings that your child has. You want to set the limit. And then you want to give an alternative. This is the 3-step formula that we use. Let's look at each of those steps individually. So reflecting feelings. This is so important. I can't reinforce enough how important it is that you're able to reflect your child's feelings. In fact, working with couples, it's also very true that the spouse be able to reflect his or her spouse's feelings so that they understand each other. So it's very important to understand this, and it's not difficult to do. The first thing it does is it shows your child that you hear them. You're paying attention to them, looking at them, and you're picking up on the body language so that you can reflect their feelings. The second thing is that it shows that you understand them. So by reflecting this feeling back to your child, you're letting him or her know that you understand how they're feeling or what they're doing. This means you care. When your child feels heard and understood, he or she knows that you care. That's why this is so important. So let's look at an example of reflecting feelings. Now the example I'm going to use, I'll just set this up a little bit, is a child who's at home. Let's say they're angry about something. Maybe they're in the middle of a tantrum, and they're getting ready to throw the toy in anger. So when your child goes to throw the toy, you may want to say no first, depending upon how quickly you have to react. But then immediately you want to reflect what they're feeling. You're angry. And when you're doing this, you want to use the same body language. You want to use your same facial expression. It's almost like you're tense too. You're angry. So if you're going to do this, you have to learn your child's facial expressions. Now there are core expressions. Happy or glad is one. Sad, hurt, angry, or mad. You get the point. Your child has different facial expressions based upon what they're feeling. Spend some time just examining your child's facial expressions. One of the first homework assignments I give in my parenting class is to ask the parents to actually notice something different about their child over the next week. Now, the purpose of that is actually to get them to pay attention to what their child looks like, how they act, just to notice something different. It gets the parent to focus a little bit more on the child. Well, what you want to do here is you want to recognize facial expressions so that you can reflect them. Then, and only then, is when you set the limit. Your child now knows that you understand them. So now you want to set the limit. Now the limit has what I'll call the 3 C's in it. That's right, the 3 C's. The first is be clear. Be really clear in setting your limit. With little kids, it's got to be short and simple. With older kids, it can be more complicated, but you want to be clear. You want to be concise. So you want it to be very short and understandable. And the last thing is you want to be consistent. So many couples that I work with have problems with their kids because they're just not consistent between the two of them on how they enforce limits. You need to be a united front. So, for example, the limit in the example we've been using could be toys aren't for throwing. It's pretty clear, it's pretty concise. You could also say the rule is toys aren't for throwing, or when you're angry, toys aren't for throwing. You get the point. That's the limit. Then the next thing you want to do is give an alternative. This is the second important thing that you can do for your child. Children need to learn how to express emotions properly. When you give an alternative, that helps them learn to do that. So the first thing it does is it lets your child know what is right. This allows them to express their feelings in an appropriate way. You want your child to learn to express their feelings appropriately. So, for example, you could use an alternative. When you're angry, you can punch the pillow. So you've gone from actually reflecting a feeling which shows you understand, setting the limit, which actually draws a consistent, clear, and concise boundary, and then give an alternative so that the child knows the right way to express the feeling that they're feeling at the time. So let's go over that sequence once again. Reflect the feeling, set the limit, and give an alternative. It's as simple as that. Just learn to reflect those feelings, give clear and concise limits, and give an alternative. So if you want to learn more about parenting your child, one of the things you can do is visit my website, haveahappychild.com. Now, this website will take you right to a really good parenting program that will really help you understand and have a happy child. So I really recommend that program, and it's very inexpensive. Thanks for watching this short little video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed talking to you and helping you understand about setting limits. If you want to contact me or have more information about what we do here at Conscious Choices, my name is Scott Skank. I have an educational specialist degree in marriage and family therapy, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapy associate in the state of North Carolina. We're at 131 4th Avenue West, Suite 204 in Hendersonville, North Carolina, 28792. My phone number, if you want to call me directly, is 828-329-7992. Or you can send me an email at scott@consciouschoices.com. And our website is consciouschoices.com. Thanks for joining us. I look forward to talking to you more in the future.